So this is Nick Williams, still here with Chrissie Slade in her lovely home just outside Reading. And we're talking about your business, and your business is Gorgeous Guineas. You are the world's sole expert in aromatherapy for guinea pigs. Pretty micro niche business.
It is.
So we've talked about the actual business on other videos, so we're not going to talk about the business on this one. What I'm interested, if you've got some tips for people watching this, is, you know, your business is very niche in as much as you've had a passion for guinea pigs, you've created products, you've become an expert on that area, and you've now got a full-time business around it. What's perhaps universal in your experience, do you think, that presumably, you know, most people watching this, hopefully nobody else is going to want to do what you're doing, but what have you learned that you think is universally applicable to people that want to run a business that's very kind of niche? What are your thoughts?
Passion is the big thing.
Yeah.
If you haven't got the passion, I don't see how you can sustain your business, because you have to have that underlying passion and love of what you do to get you through each day, and to carry on to next day, next week, next year. Otherwise, I don't see how you can possibly run a business. Right.
So number one, find what your passion is. So don't look out into the world and see where the gap is. Ask yourself what your passion is.
And then have a look where the gap is.
Yeah. And
so
then,
like
then
what
the intersection.
So then, for example, what I did, there was nothing out there. There were products for cats, for dogs, for horses, small furries. You know, you go into the pet shop, you can get your bottle of shampoo for £2.99. That's not what it's about for me, it's about quality. So I think quality is the next big thing. If you're going to do something, do it properly, do your research, do your product testing, and then launch the product.
There's a joke you were telling me off camera earlier that your guinea pig products are tested on humans.
Yes.
So you can imagine these guinea pigs with the badge saying tested on humans.
Yes, I've made a big point about not doing animal testing. Animal testing is the worst thing that anybody can do, particularly, you know, sticking things in rabbits' eyes and shaving skin. So the big selling point about Gorgeous Guineas is that we test all our products on willing humans before we put them on guinea pigs.
Very good. So passion. What do you think about the power of niching? Because we had this conversation earlier about a lot of people think, well, there's a great luxury to thinking that I'll be mass market and anybody could be my client. What's your take on that?
I think the smaller the market you pick, the more likely you are to be successful, because as a qualified aromatherapist, I can go and do aromatherapy massages on people. But what makes me different from the aromatherapist down the road? What's different about me to any other massage therapist? So you need to find your uniqueness.
Right. But again, based on passion as well.
Based on passion. Not
just something you've made up, but something that you're uniquely passionate about.
If you yourself have had a problem and managed to fix it, for example with aromatherapy oils, why not pick that as your niche? Or as part of your niche, maybe you have 2 or 3 different things that you do within your aromatherapy niche. Maybe you work with sports people, for example. So within that big aromatherapy ball, which little bits are you going to pick?
Okay. And do you think with that then goes, you know, this kind of expertise thing that you delve into one area much more deeply, so you do know it very well and you get known for knowing it well? Do you think that's what happens as a result of it?
I think so, and then that's where the expertise comes in, that you can help to educate people, write articles, you know, update your website. People can find you because of that specific expertise.
Okay. So again, I'm hearing something that might be what's universal about what you've done is to really want to become an educator and an information sharer about what you really love.
Absolutely.
So that's one of the ways that you develop your niche, is by educating people about that subject matter, is that right?
And then providing a solution to that problem.
Right.
So somebody comes to you with a problem, guinea pig skincare. I've provided the product, but I've also provided the education on the website, blogs, articles.
So somebody can go to your website, you know, match their guinea pig up with pictures on your website to find out what's wrong, and then the product would become obvious to them.
Absolutely.
Great. But I think the key, 2 things. One, I suppose, you're serving people first, and you're educating people.
Yes. So it's about more than the products. It's about the whole area of looking after guinea pigs.
Yeah. And I suppose, you know, it's so simple, but it's almost just too obvious, and I want to pick up on it. You care.
I do. I do. I care passionately.
Yeah. And I think it's so obvious sometimes that we forget that just simple caring is such a wonderful way to build a business. Really care about something genuinely.
Yeah, and the sad thing is that a lot of vets misdiagnose skin problems. They just think they're mites and they don't look outside the box when their treatment doesn't work and think, oh, this guinea pig isn't getting better, what do I need to do? And if a client of mine can go and look at my website, look at the pictures and figure out from there what's wrong with their guinea pig, why can't a vet do that?
Yeah. I suppose, not comparing it with vets, but as you're talking about vets, it's like, well, they have so many different animals to get to know, presumably. You focus on just one, so therefore you get to know every possibility of what could be. But
that's the thing with vets, they specialise in things as well. So, for example, we have 3 great guinea pig vets 5 minutes up the road. They see a lot of guinea pigs, they've got good at treating them, they know about my products, they recommend them. But they don't get much training in vet school. So people are beating up vets because they don't know what they're doing, but the vets haven't had the training.
No, why would they? It's like being a GP, isn't it? It's like you know a lot about everything.
It's about educating the vets, and all the vets in the practice at the top of the road know about my products. They've seen the results themselves from the guinea pigs they've treated and recommended my products, so they know it works.
Great. Anything else that's universal about what you've done over the last 6 years? Anything else that anybody else could learn from your journey?
I think one of the important things would be get an accountant.
Yeah.
Take the hassle away from tax returns and working out the figures, because that's a big pain in the backside.
Yeah. Well, for most people, I think, I don't know what your take is, for most people, things like finance and accounting is not why they set up in business. No. It's like a maintenance function of the business. And I don't know what your take is, but mine is focus on A, what you're passionate about, B, what you're brilliant at doing, and delegate the rest. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Because I don't like doing things like spreadsheets. I've got better things to do with my time, so let somebody else do that. Chuck some money at it, make the problem go away.
Right. So focus on what you're brilliant at, delegate the things that you don't like doing.
There are plenty of people out there who can do things that you don't want to do for less.
And who love doing it, probably.
Absolutely.
Like you love guinea pigs, other people love finance. So, bag of receipts and turning them into your accounts for you.
Maybe my accountant is great. She's the friendly face of accounting. You ask her something, she can put it in a way that you can understand. And the biggest bane in my life used to be my tax return. I'd be doing it on the 30th of January and go and hand deliver it. Now it's done months in advance.
And that hassle's taken off you.
By somebody else. Right. I don't have to worry about it anymore.
So focus on what you love, dedicate the things that you're not good at and that you don't love. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. We'll draw this part to a close. Thank you, Chrissy. Hope you've enjoyed watching this, and be another one in a minute.